And good morning, good Friday morning. We finally made it. It's Friday. Welcome to Casual Coffee with Ken. My name is Ken, and the purpose of this show is just to share happy, uplifting, educational, maybe even inspiring stories so that you can start your day off on a more positive note. And that's what I've been doing all week. It's been a lot of fun. I've definitely learned a lot this first week. Absolutely. Have learned quite a bit this first week. Technical difficulties and everything else aside, it's been fun. Hopefully the volume is a little bit better today. I got my lav mic to work. Hello, Lisa. Hello. Very good to see you here. How are you this morning? How was your week? Hope it's been going well for you. This has been a busy week for me, just trying to, do my normal work and then go ahead and research the show the night before each new show. What did I learn? Basically, I learned a lot about live streaming because I haven't done this regularly since 2011, and a lot has changed for the better, I will say. Technology has finally caught up to the promise of live streaming. It's a much more modular and a much smoother experience overall. Absolutely. So that's really what I learned, and I had to get back in the habit of learning how to research things and do outlines and just all the stuff that I'd forgotten about that goes into, putting on a show like this one. So it's been fun. It's been great. I have been having a ball. It has done wonders for my brain health. And today's tea is one of my favorites. Again, from David's Tea. They're not a sponsor of the show, not at all, but I do love them. And today, whoops, you only have to hit the button once, Ken. Today is Candy Cane Crush. I mean, just look at that, right? It looks delicious. It looks like you want to eat it with a spoon. Don't, because it's tea, and that would be nasty. But it's beautiful, and it tastes amazing. Love it. Absolutely love this tea. And next week, I think I'll show you guys one of my favorite tea inventions. Good morning, Trisha. Good to see you. Happy Friday to you. Hope your week has been going well. I know you've been particularly busy. I know you have a lot going on, so I appreciate it when you come by to say hi and watch the show. Thank you so much for doing that. And I love the fact that everything is working this morning. I am, for the first time, seeing in real time the comments from YouTube and from Facebook all in one place. And I can go ahead and add them into the broadcast just like this. That does look good. Yes, it is very good. Trust me. You will not go wrong. If you like mint teas and you like peppermint, it's just, I mean, I'm a big fan of just regular tea from the grocery store. We love Bigelow teas. But if you want to take it just up a notch to that next level, cannot say enough good things about David's Tea. Amazing stuff. I will, if it's the first time that you're watching this, I will warn you that the YouTube portion of the stream is delayed by about a minute to a minute and 30 seconds. Facebook, what you're seeing is happening about 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds after I see it. I see it after I say it or put it up on the screen. Lisa says, my daughter bought me birthday cake tea from David's Tea. That sounds fun. I bet that tastes really good. I bet that tastes great. Gonna have to remember that. Thank you for the tip. So it's Friday. Feels like it's been a long week for everybody. Oh, we have a new viewer. I haven't seen Rebecca before. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for watching. When you chime in with your comments, if you want to let me know what part of the world you're watching from, because I love that. I've been doing videos for the last few years, but I wanted to get back into streaming because of the interaction. This is the really fun part for me, is being able to see people's reactions to the stories in real time and just getting to meet people from all over the country and all over the world. I had someone yesterday that was watching from Ireland, of all places, which is great. Love it. Absolutely love it. Do you prefer we watch on YouTube or Facebook? Does not matter in the least. Doesn't matter. Watch wherever is convenient for you. That's another thing I like about live streaming now. Before, when I was trying to do it back in 2011, I was using the actual quote-unquote live stream platform, the company's name, Livestream, and it was such a pain because people would have to create an account and log in before they would be able to watch, and it was cumbersome. There was a lot of extra steps involved. This just goes out to wherever you are. You don't have to do a thing. If you're subscribed to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, it just pops up and you can watch it. That's all you have to do. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I'm in Western Canada. Fantastic. You know, it's funny, Lisa, one of my favorite book series is based in a fictional town in Canada called Three Pines. And it's the series, and I talked about this on an episode earlier this week. It's a series by Louise Penny, what is affectionately referred to as the Inspector Gamache books. She's a murder mystery detective novel writer, and they are amazing. And I love it. I love her in particular as an author because she really goes the extra mile for the people who read her books. On her website, she has a section devoted to audio recordings where she pronounces the French words and the French names, the French places, the French slang words that she uses in her writing, which is brilliant. I'm not French. I don't know how to speak French. I have no idea how any of these are pronounced. So that was very cool. I mean, I liked her writing style anyway, but then she just went up a whole bunch in my esteem for going that extra mile for her readers. That was wonderful. It's like everybody should be doing this. Lisa, you don't have Facebook? Doesn't matter. You can see me without having to do anything just by being subscribed to the channel, the YouTube channel here. So that's why I love this platform. And my friend Mary is checking in. Good afternoon from my part of the world. Hi, Mary. Good afternoon. Still morning here. I'm still waking up. You have the advantage of me, Miss Mary. All your faculties are already working properly. All right, so let's go ahead and just dive into some of these stories that I wanted to share with you today. So we're going to talk about medical stuff first. We cancer. Doesn't sound like this is going to be a fun, uplifting story, right? Trust me, it gets better. Cancer is awful. I have a friend from high school who has gone through her own cancer journey over the last year, and it's awful. It's the movies that sometimes portray cancer. How shall I say this? They don't do a very good job of it. They kind of romanticize it. It's not a romantic disease. It's not a fun disease. There's nothing remotely glamorous or it's just bad. It's bad all around. It's horrible for everybody. It's horrible for the people who are dealing with the cancer diagnosis. It's horrible for their families, their friends. So anything that someone can do to make the experience of battling cancer just a little bit better is amazing, right? It's perfect. It's what we should do. So this lady, if there was a medal I could give her, I would do so, because what she does is just, it's wonderful. Chemotherapy is part of virtually any cancer treatment. There might be some exceptions where you don't have to go through chemo, but by and large, that's one of the defaults. It's one of the givens of cancer treatment. And losing your hair as a result of chemo can be an especially traumatic experience. You're already going through hell, you feel awful, and this thing that's supposed to help make you better makes you bald. And not just your hair, but your eyebrows. I mean, all of the hair gone. That's traumatic. So this lady is helping people with that, and I love it. Therapy. It's amazing. So uh, she she basically came up with this because she had seen enough people who were just being traumatized by the fact that they were going bald from their chemo, that she wanted to do something about it, which is amazing. I mean, look at that. That's gorgeous. I'm not a huge fan of henna artwork. It's just, it's not my thing, but I can appreciate the absolute beauty and just the stunning design of what she does. It's absolutely wonderful. Cannot make it. I can't do it. This lady Leah, I don't know if she pronounces it Leah or yeah, it's probably Leah Riddle, um, and she's been doing this for about 12 years out of Denver and Boulder, Colorado. At I think it's a salon called Face Fiesta. Um, she primarily seems to work a lot with women, but she says that men are welcome to get it too. And what she is seeing now is that in a lot of cases, the, the women going through the chemo are actually coming in to get the henna work done before they start chemo. So they will, knowing it's coming anyway, they're preemptively shaving their heads and coming in so that they can get the henna tattoo work done while they're still feeling good. I mean, good comparatively to how we all feel with, when you're getting focus, when you're getting chemo. Uh, so it's a way for people to take their power back while dealing with an illness. And for those of you who know me, I did a bunch of chronic illness videos. I did it for on and off for about 4 years, and they're all still here on this YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see them all here. My wife has a chronic illness. She has Crohn's disease, so I am very empathetic towards anybody who's dealing with illness. And so this lady, Leah Riddle, or Riddle, she is aces in my book. Love it. Love what she's doing. Uh, I love seeing stuff like this. This is why I love doing this show, because stories like this just make you feel hopeful about the world and the people living in it, and that maybe we're not all so different, and that's a good thing, right? I think it's a good thing. It's terrible to go through any illness. Absolutely. Yeah, it's never fun to be sick. So, yes, good on her. Um, if you're in the Boulder or Colorado, Boulder or Boise, I think, area. What did she say up here? Denver, sorry, Denver and Boulder. Might stop in at Face Fiesta. And if you do happen to go there and you heard about her on my show, maybe mention that to her. Just say hi, because that's awesome. I would like to actually do an interview with her. I could do that. I could do that. Maybe I should do that. Maybe we could do a Skype interview. I think she would be really fun and interesting to talk to. Okay, so moving on. That was story number 1, and we're already 16 minutes into the broadcast. Okay, I need to pick up the pace a little bit here, Ken. So, next chapter. Still kind of on the medical subject. Okay, so healthcare is expensive. We all know this. Even with insurance, copays add up, and they can vary greatly depending on the type of health care coverage you have. I, for example, have no health insurance because I don't, because it's expensive, and the plans that were available to me covered really not a lot of anything and had huge deductibles and had huge monthly payments, all for the privilege of not covering most of what I would need covered. So I decided to opt out because you can do that now. And so I did. Figured I would save that money and spend it on something fun. So I know that's not great. That's not a good idea, but that's kind of where a lot of us are today. So if you're able to make that better for some people, to make the whole cost of healthcare maybe just a little bit less, even if it's just temporarily, that's always a good thing too. So that leads us to this man. Here in February, paid the co-payments of everyone that came in to the urgent care clinic there in Lincoln, Nebraska. They were all told, whoever came in that day, that they had no copay, that he was taking care of the cost of the copay. So since the clinic saw about 80 patients that day, he estimates that he covered about $4,000 worth of copays. I know that $4,000 worth of copays, that's just for one day. That's for 80 people to go to a clinic. I mean, that's amazing that he did that, because contrary to popular belief, most doctors aren't rolling in the dough, okay? They have loans. They have student debt. Student debt for medical school is really high. And then you have the student debt for med school. You probably have student debt for your undergrad work. And then you have malpractice insurance, which is insane depending on the specialty that you go into. If you go into, say, obstetrics and gynecology, I hear that they have some of the highest malpractice insurance costs in the profession. So the fact that even for one day, he decided to cover all of the copays for everyone who came in to the clinic that day, to the tune of $4,000. He's awesome. I would give him a medal too, because that's medal worthy, I think. What do you think? I certainly think so. it really underscores how broken our system is. But I love that he did it just the same. Speaking of medical conditions, Lisa, wow, that's a lot. And yeah, CRPS, and you're probably familiar. That's how you found my channel. I'm sure it was my video on CRPS. And yeah, that's a horribly painful disease. And I am so sorry that you were dealing with that. But good on you for keeping up the fight every day, because that's all you can do. Just got to take it one day, sometimes 1 hour at a time. So well done. Everybody who goes through a day with a chronic illness deserves some kind of medal at the end of it, because it's hard work. Being sick for years on end is draining, and it's really hard work. So anyway, but yes, so 2 positive, inspiring medical stories for you today. And now we're going to turn to something just a little bit different. I lose things. Usually I end up being able to find them again eventually, but I do lose things a lot. And it sucks, right? It's always sucks. I'm always losing my car stereo. I finally had to put one of those tiles, you know, the ones, you stick them on the case or whatever, and you can track it with your phone. Yeah, that's my life. Haven't left anything in the freezer yet or the microwave, so that's good. I'm still doing better than that. And oh, Rebecca, CRPS and lupus. I have a friend of mine from high school who has lupus. So yeah, it's not good. I feel for you. I do. I really, really do. So going back to lost and found again, I've lost plenty of stuff. We all have. This lady's tale of loss and recovery is really weird, because there's no reason it should have unfolded. The story should not have unfolded as it did. It's really cool though. You'll see in a second. So Deborah McKenna, 63 years old, she had a class ring that was given to her by her then boyfriend and later husband. And he gave it to her right before he left for college. And then she lost it not long after. She was in a bathroom at a restaurant of some sort, I think, and no, department store. And then she was washing her hands. She took the ring off, walked away without it, went back, it was gone. And did not see it again until like 2017, 2018, when it just mysteriously showed up. And I think she was in Maine, Bangor, Maine. And yeah, the ring shows up, but it showed up overseas. It showed up like in Finland. It showed up in Finland, okay? So somehow this ring that she left on the sink in a department store in Maine ends up in Finland in a forest. Now, to be fair, her husband did work briefly in Finland in the 90s, but he didn't have the ring with him, of course. It had been lost long before that. So this guy, Marco Saarinen, was in a forested city park in Karina, and he had a metal detector, and he found the ring. So he looked at the name of the school on it, contacted the school, found the yearbook, discovered the identity of Deborah's husband, and then ended up getting in touch. And so now she has the ring again. The ring that she thought was lost forever somehow made it all the way over to Finland and then back to her, like 47 years later. That is, I've never heard anything like that before. That is amazing to me. That's, I mean, talk about there and back again. And good morning, Sean. Nice of you to join us. Thank you for doing so. Hope you're having a good morning, my friend, and that school is going well for you this week, and that you're not plotting the demise of any of your instructors. Yes, wow, the traveling ring, right? Absolutely. That's 47 years later. That's incredible. So yes, another story with a suitably uplifting and happy ending for a Friday. Love it. Absolutely love it. Wow, it's already 9:27. Okay. I had a couple more stories to get to. We'll see if we can squeeze them in here real quick. So this next one, I want you to think back. I want you to think back. Oh, okay. That's funny, Trisha. Okay, I got to put this up. This is great. Left on the sink, fell down the drain, went out to sea, eaten by a fish. A bird grabbed the fish out of the ocean, flew over the forest, and when the bird dropped the fish over the forest, the ring popped out. I'll take it. Thank you. Mystery solved. Inspector Trisha, thank you so much. Excellent. That wins. Thank you. That's all I needed. Okay, for this next story, I want you to go back. Picture in your mind when you were 5. You can't. None of us can. We might have some memories that we think are from when around we were 5 years of age, but we don't really know. I would guess that I probably had the average intelligence and awareness of any 5-year-old, and I don't think I would have reacted anywhere near as calm, cool, collected, and level-headed as this particular 5-year-old did in this situation. He rescued his family and the dog from a house fire. 5 years old, Georgia, woke up, his name is Noah, woke up, found his bedroom on fire, jumped out of bed, grabbed his sister, got out of the house. But then he went back in and got the dog. And then he ran next door and got the rest of his family up and said, hey, everything's burning. So naturally, the Bartow County Fire Department gave him an honorary life-saving award. And I mean, really, he got out with almost no damage, minor burns to his arm and his hands. Doesn't even say that he was treated for smoke inhalation. Other members of his family were. But talk about presence of mind. Again, I know in our own stories, we're always the hero of our stories. So, but I don't know that I would have performed as well under pressure at 5 years old as this young man did. So hats off to him. And Lisa, I am so sorry to see you go, but thank you for tuning in today and have a good weekend. I will see you on Monday, okay? And I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up. I will save the other story I was going to do for Monday because we are at the half-hour mark. Thank you all for spending your Friday morning with me. I hope you learned something. I hope it was enjoyable for you. I hope this starts your Friday off on a positive note, that maybe your step is a little bit lighter as you go through your day today. And just remember, whatever happens, whenever you can choose to be anything in your life, choose to be kind. It's important. It helps. It helps other people, and it helps you too. All right, that's it. If you like the show, please let me know. If you want to find me over on Patreon, you can do that fairly easily on Casual Coffee. There's some fun rewards if you sign up over there. But I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. I will see everybody right back here at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Monday morning. So thank you very much. Until next time, I'm Ken McKim. You take care.